Cool. That's awesome.
There we go.
That's awesome.
I didn't know that you hit.
Camera
I didn't
off.
even know you hit it.
No, dude. So I've like recorded. I'm so cautious about recording now because there have been so many times on the last podcast I did. I just exported a video, and I'd deleted the audio from it, used the same file for some reason, and I'd left it on like loop, just where I selected the audio to export. And for the first, I think, hour, the audio was just going round and round in different takes. So like none of it recorded properly, and I was heartbroken.
Dude, yeah.
Oh
man, like I remember there was a point in time where I had an audio interface that was causing a bit of lag, like a desync. And almost all of my videos up until the beginning of last year had a desync. Yeah. And I finally figured it out 4 years into streaming. And oh my God, dude, it's so much better now. Like my videos are now in 1080p. Like I got a nice camera, nice lighting. Everything is actually really, really good now.
Sick.
And like I did a retrospective where I went back through and watched all my old videos, not all of them because there's over 1,000 of them, but like moments like from the last 5 years, and that was super fun to see like where you came from. But my God, dude, my old videos were they were bad looking.
It proves that it's not necessarily about the quality at the start of things. It's about the personality behind it, and people get behind it and support it, I guess.
Yeah, you just gotta go for it, man. Like you have to just do it. Like that's a question that I get asked a lot. It's like, yo, how do you grow? Like how did you get started? It's like I just freaking got behind the kit and started playing. And like people are always like, yo, is there like any secrets to this? Is there anything like that? And there are three main things that I tell people whenever they start streaming. Have fun. Have fun's number one. Moderation's number two. Consistency is number three. And basically have fun, make a schedule, stick to it, but make sure that schedule is sustainable and you will do okay. There's always going to be a bit of luck to it, but luck is just opportunity that you're grasping, right? You have to be online for luck to hit you, for the opportunity to hit you. You have to be streaming. And a caveat, what I would say maybe number 4 to all that is don't worry about the numbers and like try your best to like have fun regardless of what's going on, because numbers will destroy you, like straight up. My wife and I, my wife basically said, hey, you need to do something else other than looking at your numbers every day, because it's actually freaking with you. And so we made a deal where I only look at my numbers on Sunday night after I'm done streaming. Yeah, I only look at my numbers on Saturday night technically, because that's my weekend. So technically Wednesday, Thursday is my weekend. But anyways, I only look at my numbers on Sunday. So it helps you to play the long game too, because you get to see weekly growth instead of daily growth, daily growth is very volatile. It could go up and down. You could lose people and it makes you sad if you lose them or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, like it's so much better to like put that, and it's also a really good way of discipline as well, because it keeps you from worrying all the time about like, yo, did this video do good? Did this video do good? Whatever. But yeah, like you gotta let them ride, man. It's just like playing at a casino. You can't like control the dice roll. You have to roll the dice. That's the only way that you can win. It's true.
Yeah, literally. I've tried to implement that like earlier. Just like it's so hard though. Like when you put a video out and then after an hour you want to see how many views it's got, and like you were saying, I like to hit 100 on every video. So I have like I want to push for like 100 on every video I put out there, just because I know that's a decent number to hit when I'm starting out.
Absolutely.
And just I like to keep going, keep building. The one thing that really got to me at the start was, this is actually like my older channel that I had, which I went through and just shut that thing down. It was so bad. Like I was like 15 and started like a vlogging channel, And I was so new to it. Like, the only camera I had that was good was my laptop camera. So I'd walk around my house carrying a laptop, filming myself. It was pretty terrible footage, so shaky,
dude. My first videos ever. I don't have them up online anymore, but I had them on an old Razr phone, right? I was taking videos of me playing the Mario the Lost Levels with a Razr.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was atrocious, but it was my first foray into it because like I was watching people like Proton John and them do it back a while ago, and I wanted to do that, you know. But turns out that for me, gaming and stuff is not as sustainable as music because with music there's always like I never feel burnt out because there's always new music to play to. Like I can't play the same game for more than a month. That would drive me insane.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I've got like a really bad attention span when it comes to games as well. Like Assassin's Creed, for example. And then those games got so boring so fast for me. And I'm sorry, I know it's controversial opinion to put out there, but those games they kind of bore me after a while. Like, and I'm going, it's just. You know? Absolutely.
I almost only play indie games because of the fact that like I can go back and forth from them. And I also play rhythm games a lot, but it's I don't know, man. Like I'm not a very big fan of the AAA titles and stuff like that. Like I've only played one Assassin's Creed game. I don't really play Call of Duty or anything like that, but my God, do I love me some freaking Enter the Gungeon. I'll play that all day long.
Yeah. I recently I've got into like my RPGs again, so like Skyrim and like the old ones like Oblivion and Fallout, and I like I've become like a 14-year-old boy again playing those games. Like I fell back in love with Skyrim. That game was like literally I think like over like I want to say like probably over like 200 hours into that game. Thinking back on it, I was one of those little teenagers that used to sit in his room all day, just playing Skyrim and eating nothing but Doritos and drinking Mountain Dew.
Dude, my brother was a massive fan of Skyrim. Like I think he 100% that game like twice. Wow. Like yeah, he played. I watched him play through Skyrim like multiple times, but yeah, like I'm not that type of gamer though. Like I don't even really consider myself a gamer. I really don't, because I only play certain games, and I am more so a music connoisseur, like video game music connoisseur, more so than the games itself. Like I'll listen to freaking Shovel Knight soundtrack all day long, but I've only played through the game like maybe twice, you know?
Yeah. That's interesting though, like to play the game for the music, like kind of end of things.
I'll tell you what game is really crazy right now is Paper Mario: The Origami King.
Okay.
That game's music, you should go listen to the soundtrack of that game, especially the boss fight music. Oh my God.
Really?
It is like, if there's a god tier soundtrack, that is one for me.
That's gotta be on there.
Yeah, it's up there with like Undertale. It's up there with like Sonic 3 and Knuckles for me. How good the music is in that game.
Yeah, I know it's probably going to sound. It's like on the other spectrum of like music. For when I think of like soundtracks of games, like my head just goes straight to like Doom.
Oh yeah,
just like going around like some heavy metal in the background. It makes me feel like a real man for once in my life when I play Doom. Like, that's how I feel. What else though? Like, I know like I know it's more like a mainstream game, but like all the like FIFAs and NBA games and NFL games have really cool soundtracks as well. Yeah, but they're more like just mainstream music that's pumped into it, rather than someone like in Mario that actually make the song specific for the game, which is really cool.
Yeah, like, and that's the main thing with those games is like you're gonna get like the stuff that you hear on the radio. It's just like what is Grand Theft Auto, like you'll hear all that stuff, and it makes for a good time. But me personally, it's the stuff that's made for the games that I enjoy. Like Jake Kaufman is one of my favorite composers. Danny Baranowski, Chipsel. Oh God, there's so many good ones, dude. Like, I could just Anna Managuchi with the Scott Pilgrim soundtrack. Like, I'm really hoping that that one day they'll be able to re-release that game and I'll be able to enjoy it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's really like I like video game music, man. Like that's the thing. People are like, yo, who is your who are your favorite drummers? Who is your favorite guitarist? I'm like, I don't know, man. I listen to a lot of video game music.
Yeah. Well, that's literally a question just answered. I was gonna say like for inspirations, was there someone that got behind that what made you want to get behind a kit for the first time? But no, that's awesome, man. Like I hardly ever hear that it's like video game music of being like the main thing that someone would like listen to. So that's really interesting to hear, you know. It makes me realize how important music is for so many other different things and just putting in your headphones and listening. Like it really does make a game, it really does make a movie. You can change anything with music, which is why I love it so much.
Absolutely. I got really lucky too, because my wife is also a very big fan of video game music, so car rides and stuff. Oh man, like we get to jam out to some of the best music or gaming soundtracks. And
oh dude,
yeah,
that's the dream, man. My girlfriend's like really into like chart music, so it's all kind of, well, I wouldn't want to say chart, it's like Dua Lipa and all kind of like 80s stuff. So she loves George Michael, for example. Which, don't get me wrong, great music. But like I've been experimenting with my new favorite subgenre. I'd recommend them. The band called, so they're called The Who, but it's not like the classic Who. It's The Who spelled HU.
Oh, okay.
And they're like a Mongolian throat singing, but with like rock music. Dude,
my buddy Holmick showed me that band a little while ago, and he loves them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like my Holmick's a metalhead. Like he just, it's his whole cast is basically like praising the metal and everything like that. And yeah, he told me about The Who. I haven't listened to them very much, but he told me about them, and they sound freaking awesome.
Yeah, honestly, they're sick. I've been listening to them quite a lot, which yeah, it's really mental to like, because they all play like their traditional instruments as well. I mean, it just sounds so cool.
Yeah,
so cool.
One of my favorite bands that's out there is Rings of Saturn. They are what I would call space metal, or like alien metal, because their music just it's I don't even understand how they make the sounds that they do. It's insane.
There's let me think. The name's gone out of my head. There's one song that I know of theirs which literally blows my brain whenever I know it might sound like I'm chatting absolute there's lies, but there is one song in my playlist. I'll try and find it, but it blows my mind whenever I listen to it.
From The Who?
No, from why have I had a brain fart right now? I'm so sorry. The band you just said.
Oh, Rings.
Sorry.
Rings of Saturn.
Yeah, that's the one. I think it's called. Sorry, I'm gonna have to get my phone out. I'm gonna have to get my playlist and find it.
Is it an instrumental track?
Yes.
Is it the Macrocosm?
It might well be.
Yeah.
It might well be.
Because that one right there is one of my favorite tracks from them. I used to play it a lot on Clone Hero, actually, because it's a really good chart. Actually, just about every song that they do is a really good Guitar Hero chart.
Literally. Yeah, the Macrism, and there's also the Senseless Massacre as well.
Senseless Massacre is freaking insane, dude. I love that track.
I know like that's one of their like bigger songs, but that one, the first time I listened to it, I was admittedly I was at uni. I was a bit of a party boy, so I was just sat quite hungover, just listening to music on the train home, and that song just like took me to another place.
Dude,
it was so weird to listen to for the first time, but I loved it, man. I fell in love straight away.
Man, like Rings of Saturn has Inadequate, Senseless Massacre, Macrocosm, The Husk is really good, Godless Times, Natural Selection, Parallel Shift, like all of those tracks are just like, no pun intended, out of this world. Like they just they really like push the boundary of what guitar can sound like, and I freaking love them. And something really cool is the drummer for their performing drummer, Mike Caputo. He hangs out in my chat sometimes. He's just super chill. I love Mike. He's such a nice guy.
As if. That's mental. That's a really cool fact.
And like so something really, really cool about Twitch that I love talking about is the interactivity and being able to like actually get in touch with artists and stuff like that. Like it bridges the divide, you know, because like I never thought that like this is really, really cool. Like at NAMM Expo this year, I went there with a couple of friends of mine and ended up meeting up with Herman Lee from Dragon Force. And we've been like we've talked back and forth, and we've hung out in each other's chats, we've rated each other, stuff like that. And whenever we saw each other at NAMM, we just freaking walked up to each other, gave each other a big hug, and we talked for like 45 minutes. I introduced him to my friends and stuff. And I remember my buddy Jack. My buddy Jack made me laugh really hard because he was like, dude, I knew that you were like cool with Herman Lee, but like whenever you went up and hugged him, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's insane. What was that like?
Dude,
Yeah, sorry, just like, what's it like to be close and tight with someone like Herman Lee?
So I mean, it's like something to always keep in mind, and something that's really hard to kind of lose in. It's really easy to lose track of this. Is we're all people, you know. I used to freak out hardcore whenever I would meet somebody that I've looked up to, right? And Herman Lee, I've been listening to Dragon Force for years, like literal, maybe a decade, right? And to be able to meet somebody whose mind, heart, and soul went into those tracks is really freaking cool. But I think like one of the main things is just like, yo, we're all people, you know? Like that's just all there is to it. Like we're on an even playing field just because of the fact that somebody's in a big band or something like that. Yeah, it's freaking cool to be able to meet up. But like, what's funny is, like, for example, people know who Dragon Force is in like the metal scene, right? But people know who I am in the Twitch scene. So on Twitch, I'm technically I don't want to say a bigger act because I don't compare, but numbers wise, I am technically a bigger act, if that makes sense. Now, that doesn't make me any better or worse than anybody else. And if you only talk to people because of the fact that they have a higher or lower number than you, then you're doing it wrong, you know? But dude, Herman Lee is the most chill motherfucker because like he hangs out in like all the music streams on Twitch. Like he's hung out with Chainbrain, Seth Drums, like just everybody on Twitch. And he's so nice, dude. He's like the nicest, chillest freaking guy. And just being able to like talk shop with him for like half an hour on the show floor. It was really cool because people were coming up to him and like taking pictures and stuff of him. And I'm just like, yeah, dude.
That's my friend.
Because what was really funny was like they would take pictures and walk away. And then I would still be talking to him because we just have that rapport because we both do the same type of thing. And it's so freaking cool, man. Like my buddy Jules introduced me to a couple people too while we were there. I'm still waiting for him to introduce me to John Petrucci because like that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, he did a video with John Petrucci doing the Mario theme song, and you got to go check that video out. It's really, really cool.
I'll need to.
But yeah,
it's on his sorry, I'll let you continue.
Oh no, you're good. Go ahead.
Is it just on his YouTube channel, that video?
Yeah. Just look up Super Mario theme John Petrucci and you'll find it.
Okay, I'm gonna search it now quickly, and then I'm gonna watch that after this.
Yep.
Okay.
Shout outs to my buddy freaking Family Jules. He's good.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna watch that straight after this. That looks sick. Sorry. Anyway, I'll let you continue.
Oh no, and like that's basically all I was trying to say was like, it's cool. It's so surreal because I'm just a guy playing drums in my dad's garage, right? And I talk and hang out with people who have played sold out world tours, and we just chill like we're buddies, because that's what we are. We're just buddies. I can't say that like, yo, I'm good friends with him, because I'm not. We're colleagues, I would say, on Twitch specifically. Yeah. And I think that is the most important thing. And something that a lot of people don't really understand is whenever you meet somebody who you look up to, don't treat them as an idea, or don't treat them as like, yo, an idol. Talk to me like a normal human being, like we're doing right now, like this is the time, if now it's okay to gush, because yo, dude, if you're online, you have at least a little bit of an ego, right? And like, it always makes me super happy whenever people are like, yo, dude, I freaking love your stuff, man. I love your stuff. But once we get past that and we're having like a genuine conversation, that is what I remember, like that is the thing that I cherish, is being able to talk to, like, let's say somebody like a community member, and then just being able to talk to them and having a good time, just chilling. Because I don't want to be nobody's idol, dude. Like I would love to. I want to be an inspiration if possible. I want to be a good influence on their life, maybe even mental health. But I do not want to be anybody's idol. Period. I don't like that mentality at all.
Yeah, I get that. It's a lot of responsibility then for yourself as well to keep the, always, because then I guess you feel like you're doing it more so to live up to people's expectations rather than doing it for just because you enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so much easier because like me on cast is me in real life. I'm not putting on an act. That's how I act. I'm loud. My wife can tell you. Like. And whenever I'm like at a convention or something like that, and somebody comes up to me, I'm just me. Yeah. Right. I don't have like a face filter or anything like that. I don't have like an avatar or nothing. I am just me, and that's my brand. Is I am my brand. So I just want, like, all I can really ask for is like people just to treat me like a person, because that's what I am. I just happen to be on your phone screen, like that's the thing. And I can almost guarantee that anybody who is doing Twitch full time, who is known, will say the same exact thing. They just like, we are literally just another person. It just, we happen, like, our business model is to get you to remember our names because of the fact that that's how we make a living. And that's what branding is, period. Like, you want to be the thing that somebody thinks of whenever they think of something. So if you think of drumming on Twitch, 8BitDrummer, that guy. That's the goal right there, right? Like video game music covers, or metal covers, Family Jewels, frick yeah, Toxic X Eternity, like that type of thing. Yeah, man. That's what you want to push for as for one, a businessman, and as your own brand.
Yeah. Definitely. I think that's the thing, is like, I've realized because obviously I'm nowhere near the level where I'm thinking about a brand and defining my image and my channel and all that kind of stuff, but as much as I love like doing my covers and stuff, like, the podcast seems so much more fun, so I'm thinking about maybe starting up like a channel just dedicated to this, and putting time and effort into that, and then focusing on that as my kind of main side of things, because what you say is right, man. You got to love the brand. You got to live by the brand, and it's also less pressure, I find. Because as you say, like, there's like, I always ask for feedback on my videos, and this one guy commented on the Trooper video and was like, "Oh, in my opinion, you like, your thumb's too low, so you can't stretch as like good as you should be able to." And I was like, I obviously welcome the feedback and stuff, but overall, like, I don't want to be to that level critiqued for doing anything that I enjoy, Whereas, like, I know with podcasts, people is going to listen and just kind of chill out and be part of this conversation and just enjoy it. There's not that kind of, people are going to critique and go, well, you mispronounced this word at this time and all this stuff, you know?
Yeah. Recently my brand has become me misspelling things, so I understand that.
Yeah.
But like that's one thing that you have to kind of get over time is you have to realize that, you know, not everybody out there is going to, I mean, everybody's different, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you are allowed to delete those comments. You're allowed to delete negativity.
Yeah.
Period. Now, constructive criticism, that is very helpful.
Yeah.
Right. But there's a difference between being like, yo, you should lift your thumb up higher because of the fact that it will help you to stretch your hand more, and it will make you a better player.
Yeah.
Comparatively to, man, you play like a freaking monkey. Like, God, why you suck so bad? You know, like that type of thing.
Yeah, literally.
There's no constructivity there.
No.
Constructivity?
That's
Constructiveness.
It
is a word now.
Yes, we've made it one. Get it in the dictionary.
Yep. But yeah, like that's the main thing about like being an online content creator is people are able to basically tell you whatever the frick they want to say with no consequence, right? Even if they're not anonymous, people will still speak their mind because there's no consequence to that. Yeah. People will tell you you are fat, you are bald, you are whatever the frick, you know, like they will tell you everything that you don't want to know or hear about yourself because of the fact that they have the ability to.
Which I've never understood, ever. Like, I don't get why people are just so willing. Like, literally, some people's YouTube channels or their Twitter or obviously Facebook, it's just their name and there's a picture of them. And like, I don't get it anonymously, but I especially don't get it when you're just being yourself and you're just being really mean online. It's just, like, no one's getting anything from that. You know, no one's thanking you for that.
And that right there is one of the things that's really fun for me is you get to remember that, hey, even though like we're not online making mean comments to people, right? We're out there making content. We're out there doing our own thing. And I can't remember who said this. It was on I think it was the Joe Rogan podcast. I don't know exactly. It might have been Kevin Hart. I can't remember. But he was like, Is Michael Jordan out there making angry comments on YouTube videos and like bringing people down? No, he's out there being Michael fucking Jordan, making millions, you know? And that's the choice that we get to make. That's the choice that anybody gets to make. Are you going to build up or are you going to tear down? And anytime, like in every situation, I would say build up because like you can tell somebody that they're doing something wrong in a loving way. That right there is something that is lost in translation, especially whenever it's just text on the screen. But if you're doing it with a loving heart, people can tell that difference, like hardcore. Like if you're saying like, dude, you need to stop, and you're being mean, or dude, you need to stop, I care about you, and you can tell that is the difference right there. That a lot of people lose because, once again, there's always a little bit of anonymity on the internet, even though they're always watching. But like that's the main thing is like you get to make that choice, and that is super empowering. And you get to choose what type of comments that you get to listen to. Like I've gotten comments that have made me like lose sleep, dude, and that's not good. You know, like why did I give that person that power over me? There was no point to it. So
no, I'm sorry that's something that's happened, man. That's just not nice.
Look, man, like whenever you're online and whenever you're doing this thing, you're going to get bad comments, period. And I don't care. Like it does not bother me. It might bother me for like a day, you know. I'm like, man, that guy called me an e-bagger. Frick that guy, you know, like whatever. I'm making a living for myself doing what I love. So there's always going to be haters, but haters make you famous. So it's all good.
Yeah, that's true, man. And like, if people are taking the time out of their day to like be mean, you know, then you're doing something right ultimately. Because normally it's just people that are jealous or wish they could be in your position or your shoes.
And like,
and you know,
like I wish those people all the best. Like I really freaking do, because I don't want to add another negative part to an already negative situation, man. I want them to freaking like find something that they love to do so that they're doing that instead of like spreading anger. Like I'm just, I always, I do my absolute best to wish the best for those. Like let's say somebody comes in my chat and they're like, yo, you freaking suck at drums. I get to choose whether or not to listen to that. And I'm also like, I also get to choose if they're allowed to stay in my cast because it's my house, you know? But if they get kicked out, if they get banned, I'm like, yo, I hope you have a wonderful day. I wish you all the best because I sincerely do, because there must be something going on, you know?
Yeah, literally, man. And that's a good outlet to have on it as well, is to know that it's not personal. Because first of all, they're just lying categorically. If someone says you're a bad drummer, they're just not. It's just not true. First of all, like you're a really, really good drummer.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
No, it's all right, man. And secondly, they're probably just going through something and want to, just get attention, I guess it is. Ultimately.
Yeah,
but,
and that's all that it really boils down to is attention. But let me tell you, there's a difference between the attention that you want to have and the attention that you get if you do that. Because if you come in my chat and you're like, yo, notice me, I'm noticing you, but you're getting timed out because that's not the noticing that you want from me or from any caster. Yeah. Because like, just come in and say hello. I'm more than happy to say hi back. You know?
Yeah, literally. I also know like your audience well enough to know that if someone like comes in and starts being mean, like those guys are gonna have your back, not theirs. Like everyone's just gonna either ignore it or just call them out for being mean, or the positivity of your shows outweigh massively any negativity. Like it is rare when at least whenever I'm tuning in, I hardly ever see any kind of mean things say. It's all just love.
Absolutely. And that's a really important thing, like I was saying before, was moderation. I have people like I have my buddy Dell and Rex in the chat with me. If they see something like that, they get rid of it because there's no point to that, right? But like I don't and this is like a weird thing for me, is I'm not a fan of people defending me, because like I'm a grown man, I can defend myself, right? And I don't want people to I don't want the people who are there to enjoy a good time having to waste their time telling somebody to stop doing something. That's our job. Like your position, a position as a viewer is not to have to defend the caster that you're watching. We have defenses in place for that. You're like the only thing that I want people to do in my cast is enjoy my cast. That is it. Like I never need nor want anybody to ever like have to defend me, because I'm a grown man. I can defend myself, right? And all that does is it's kind of a commiseration thing, where there's no point in adding more negative fuel to the fire if there's already one burning, you know?
Yeah, that's true, man. It's very true. I think it's just something for me to keep in mind as well. Honestly, thank you for words of wisdom, dude. This has been sick. Like, I feel like it's been like really helpful as well. That was really interesting to hear everything. So I'm making notes of what to take forward from this.
Absolutely. Like, dude, I've been online for almost 5.5 years now, doing this. Well, I've been doing it full time for 3 years, and dude, if I can help anybody not fall into the same stupid pitfalls that I fell into whenever I first got started, man, I am more than happy to help out. But like, I never want to give like unsolicited advice, like, yo, you need to do this, you need to do that. Yeah. It's like, nah, nobody wants to hear what they need to do, you know?
Yeah, man, exactly. And I think I genuinely believe as well, even more so now after this the conversation, but if you're having a good time and people can see you're having a good time, then people are going to want to tune in and going to want to get involved with that as well, because if you're having a good time, the person watching more than likely having a good time as well.
Absolutely. You know? And that right there is like my business model, man. Like I like the more fun that I'm having, the more fun everybody else is having, and the more support that comes through because they're having fun. And it's just freaking crazy. Like I didn't learn this instantly, right? I didn't get this right the first time. I used to charge for song suggestions. I used to do like, it was $5 song suggestions. And I tried to guarantee them as much as I could. That almost burnt me the frick out. Like you just can't do it. Like I recommend anybody who does, like music streams with requests is to set up a system where requests are free and that you don't guarantee like suggestions for support. Like you could say thank you, of course. But ever since I stopped taking donations for suggestions and I stopped guaranteeing them and I've just kind of played whatever I wanted from a suggestion list. Like I'm playing everybody's music, right? But I'm playing what I want to from that list. I've never been happier. Like, and the channel has exploded, right? Like, and it's just because of the fact that I'm not worrying about stuff. I got 3 hours to have as much fun as I possibly can on cast. And that's my prerogative. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, man. And you can just, I think, it's just so obvious. Like, it's what you like. You are one of the only few channels I've come across that you can just tell that you're genuinely there because you really, really enjoy it. And it just gets you involved straight away. You know, when you're just watching, it's like, yeah, this guy's loving it, and I want to love it too. That's why I'm here. I'm having a great time. 3 hours always pass as well, but time just goes by,
dude. Yeah,
like before you know it.
Like I watch. I don't watch the clock, but like my stretch breaks catch up on me really quick. It's like what the frick? Like I just started casting. It's already 5:30. It's already 6:30. It's time for me to go home and like, oh my, what the frick? It's so nutty. Like how fast time moves whenever you're having a good time.
Yeah, literally. Like I'm looking now. Like it's been like calling for over an hour already.
Yeah, I know.
It's gone rapid. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I keep pinching myself. I'm like, dude, it's actually happening, man. Like every night.
Well, if I could say something to you really quick about like about your future in podcasting and whatnot, you have a really good voice for radio.
Oh,
yeah.
thanks,
I just wanted to.
I appreciate.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know I've been on podcasts that were awful, for lack of a better term, freaking awful. And this it's just been a really nice conversation, like going back and forth. But you have a really good voice for podcasting and even possibly streaming as well. So like,
dude,
yeah, like never take that for granted.
Thank
because
you.
not everybody has that voice.
Mate, thank you so much, man. That's really nice of you, dude. I will keep my feet on the ground. But no, awesome. Thank you. Don't know what to say, man. Guess it's all part of the package. It just happens to get that voice.
100%.
Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, that's really nice, man. That's made my day. That's made my day. You made me blush.
Frick yeah.
I've also got to be the semi-bearer of bad news. I'm got to take my dog out for a walk.
Oh right? Yeah. No, you're good to go. So, like we were talking like about an hour before before I even started freaking recording. It's good stuff.
Yeah, no, literally. But I'm starting a tradition on this podcast, especially when I talk to people like yourself who are music orientated. So the like kind of main question is you get a dinner party, you're allowed 3 guests to come over. They can be producers, they can be artists, they could be even a session musician, or people that just kind of write like ghost writers and stuff, I guess, as well. Who would you have at your dinner party?
So 3 people at a dinner party from the what is it, from the community, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good freaking question. Well, I'd invite my wife, number one. Not out of obligation, mind you. She would make for a lot better time.
Yeah.
I would probably invite. Oh man, I freaking don't know.
Dude, it catches people out, man. It catches people out.
Yeah, I mean, Herman Lee's a definite. Like he would be there. I'd love to talk shop with him again.
Yeah.
Probably. You know who I would invite? I would invite Emmett Shear. He's the CEO of Twitch. I would probably invite him to
Okay.
talk shop with him to like pick his brain about like, holy frick, how did you raise this company, right? Because like musicianship has been a hobby for me, and it always will be a hobby. My number one, like my passion is business. Like I love working with people to like build something that is sustainable business wise and stuff like that. I freaking love the back end of doing stuff. Like like it's cool though, because like playing drums and doing that is a hobby, and that's why I think I have so much fun with it, because my main passion is business. And I would love to see like how the frick he came like to where he's at. I know he's not technically a musician.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be, I don't know, but
he could be now.
yeah. And then, oh man, if there's one other person, probably Ed Sheeran.
Really?
Yeah, because like, dude, he kind of exploded on the scene, and I'd love to pick his brain as well. Like what did he do?
Yeah.
In order to go as crazy as he did, because he blew the frick up whenever he showed up. But
dude, honestly,
yeah, that would.
It was the Nando's song. That's what made him famous, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, like I guess those would be my three. Emmett Shear, Ed Sheeran, and Herman Lee from Dragon Force. Just because like that man knows how to party.
Yeah, man, I can imagine. That'd be a sick dinner party, bro. And I will be forever envious that I can't just go up to him and just give him a hug and catch up for like an hour about how our lives are.
I tell you what, man, you like if you keep like, hear me out. I'm from a small town in South Carolina, and I literally drum from my dad's garage. You'd be surprised at how far you might be able to go with this. Like, just do it. Just have a good freaking time, because like I never thought that I would be like acquaintances with people like Matt Heafy from Trivium.
Oh wow.
Like freaking shoot, now I can't remember his name. Oh, Herman Lee. And like a bunch of other streamers and friends, like the TRG group, the Runaway Guys group, Proton John, Nintendo Capri Sun, CHUCKO Conroy. I'm good friends with those guys now, and I've been a avid watcher of their channels for years. And the fact that I'm able to call them friends is an absolute blessing. And everybody else in that group. And doing stuff like TRG Coliseum and all that stuff, it's been so wonderful. But that's the thing. You gotta just do it, man. You never freaking know where this stuff is going to lead. And that's you just gotta get out there and do it, man. That's it.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm you know what? I've decided right now, very impulse decision, but I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna focus more on these podcasts, dude. I think that's it. I'm gonna I'm just gonna have a good time, enjoy it, and just see what gets me, bro. At the end of the day, like YouTube when I started, and I'd like to think by the time if I eventually when I end eventually, as long as people just enjoy it and have a good time, and it doesn't matter if it's like one person or like 1,000 people, like as long as people can just join in and just enjoy it, then that's all I really want from it, you know.
Absolutely.
Just make people happy.
One thing that I would look in, or like a piece of advice that I would give you to look into, is possibly do the podcast live on Twitch, because you can then take that content and respin it both on YouTube and also through iTunes. Like for podcasts, you can respin it and do it like through the iTunes podcast, the Google Play. I don't even freaking know what they have. Like there's like 100 of them.
There's so many.
I don't know the back end stuff, but like never be afraid to rehash content. That's literally what I do for a living, and it's worked for me. I'll play a song on Twitch live, and then I'll upload it onto YouTube, and then I will get highlights from the stream, upload that onto Twitter, and then upload that as a compilation onto YouTube later on. I call myself I call myself a master of reusing the same freaking content over and over again. But if you're able to spin it that way, it's always fresh, because like the highlights have different edits and stuff like that, and they're all different types of content. And but yeah, man, dude, I wish you all the best. I hope this freaking thing
Mate.
explodes. Like, I hope that you're like,
man.
you get like a good name for it, freaking everything, like all set up for it. Hopefully you're able to do it live on Twitch, and I hope that you're able to get like all the different freaking guests that you've been looking up to.
Dude,
and yeah, I hope this thing explodes for you, man. It's been super fun.
thank you so much, man. Yeah, honestly, dude, I really appreciate that. It's been so good speaking to you. Obviously, yeah, hopefully we can do this again, or just catch up or whatever. But it's been really nice talking to you. You know, keep doing what you're doing, dude. I think with the way it's all going, man, I think 1 million's doable on YouTube. I know you're not into numbers, but I'm saying I'd be pretty sick to get that 1 million plaque.
Oh wait, are you talking about me or you?
Yeah, you, dude. You.
Well, both of us. I was
close.
confused for a second, but yeah, no, like
No.
I'm freaking blown away by how many people watch my stuff as it is, and I'm just glad, man. I'm just glad people are enjoying. I'm able to make people laugh, and that's something that I've always wanted to do. So I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
Dude.
thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
By the way, thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
It's absolutely, dude. It's honestly an honor to have you on, and my mind's blown. Thank you so much for just being an absolute complete sound guy. It's been amazing. Just keep doing what you do, dude. And yeah, man, it's been awesome. Hopefully talk to you again soon.
Yeah, man, sounds good to me. Thank you very much once again. I appreciate you.